All right, folks, we're back. Welcome. Or I guess welcome us back. Or no, that sounds really pretentious. We're back. What's up? Zomgrub's got her soju locked and loaded. I got the alert box thing set up here for the top of the stream. So yeah, I guess, is it every $5 is a shot? I just kind of put that there, assuming.
Sure.
I can mix in some of my own too. I might not have rum, but I got Kahlua and vodka, so I can make some like White Russian action go down.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if this is a real drinking stream, I'd probably want more flavored soju, but.
Well,
okay.
What time is it over there right now?
3 in the morning.
Did you nap at all between this and the previous cast, or no?
Oh yeah, my sleep schedule is entirely the same as yours right now.
I was saying.
Same as American.
I was planning to keep streaming afterwards. If you want to join me for TV2s, maybe we could turn this into a bit of a drinking cast.
Sure. I can go downstairs and grab.
Yeah.
Oh, Korea.
Well, we get stuck with a bunch of downtime. Might be the option here. Although KeeN got a walkover from Penguin. Cool. So that side of the whole corner of the bracket was just like super walkover time.
All right. Well,
I guess we can get started with the first semifinals. KeeN versus Alive. Do they want to play in Korea? Do you guys want to play Korea? Wow. Nice shorthand, Dick.
Yeah.
Also, I was watching this video on YouTube that was like some girl talking about things she finds attractive in foreigners that come to Korea. And honest to God, I know nobody's going to believe me, but like I don't know how. This is one of the things where I just kept clicking on video after video. I started with, there's some K-pop video that came out, everyone was getting hyped over, so I watched it. It's kind of a good song, whatever. And I just kept going like video to video to video and ended up on this one. I'm like, I wonder what like Korean women do find attractive, right? Like, so I watch and I was like, okay, this is like a cutesy video and like the woman's speaking English and all that. It's clearly not her first language, but I was just like, oh, this is so like nationalistic, because like the top 5 things she found attractive that foreigners did was like, oh, when they try to speak Korean, or when they try to write Korean, or when they try to order food like they're Korean, and like just like I'm like, okay, cool. Basically, you want a Korean guy who's white. I get it. Like it makes just
yeah. And there is actually such a wide appeal though from like most Koreans. They're like not physically romantic or whatever appeal, but just in general when white people try and do something Korean. So as much as I'm terrified of being laughed at, more often it's just them like, I guess, appreciating it.
Yeah. So are we swapping to Korea, by the way, or what's the plan?
No, so super awkward. Like Geralt, who's Geralt in the bracket, but Geralt in game? I don't know.
Geralt, yeah.
He says that he won against Penguin, so I don't know what's happening.
Oh. Maybe a mess up by the admin, I suppose? Let me come back to your...
Well, yeah. So I'm trying to ask her.
If Geralt won, then we'll do Geralt versus KeeN, because that would be the round of 8. That's TVP,
yeah.
I believe.
Right. Okay. So that was redone on the bracket. It was such a long game that maybe she kept on messaging them and they didn't reply, so she just
assumed it was a walkover. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We got $5 coming in, by the way, from who? Hold up, one sec. Why is this not loading? There we go. Laser SEQ says, "Here's your shot. Happy drinking."
This guy has been funding my drunk streams on my channel.
As he did. Laser SEQ. You know what I like about Laser SEQ? This dude is actually active on Twitter. Like, we got a lot of fans, and a lot of our fans are kind of passive and blasé, and they're like, we couldn't be bothered to retweet or make a Twitter. And that's fine. No shame. But there is a bit of extra love to those who do go the extra mile, sub to the channel or be active on Twitter and post our content. Like, those are kind of the heroes of our community, and he's one of them.
Okay. Yeah. I was appreciate it. I said okay because Leah messaged me something. Cross my words.
I had my friend Ari B just tweet me a happy birthday tweet and reminded me about the time at BlizzCon when there was no cups to mix drinks with because I got to the party late. So I used one of those plastic cookie trays, like when you pull out the Oreos. I just put a bunch of rum in one side, a bunch of Coke in the other, and I just kind of like bent it so they pour into each other. It was a really ghetto cup, but it worked. I'm really proud of myself.
That's pretty funny.
That judging look, though, as I'm telling that story.
I mean, come on now.
All right, so Geralt is a Protoss player. We've actually cast him before. And we've had troubles pronouncing his name. Geralt. Daryl.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, lordy.
Lordy. Man, I'm still looking at that StarCraft list. This is like the most active I've seen the StarCraft like section on Twitch in a while. It's like really good to see actually.
You know what I learned though? Sorry. Back on the Soju topic. Yeah, we have pretty active StarCraft. There's apparently like carbonated soju.
I feel like that
carbonated
would
water.
be really yummy.
Yeah,
especially if it's
I'm like
flavored.
that would make vodka seem much more appealing to me if it was carbonated. So imagine the same thing with soju. Yeah, so I might buy that. All right, this is for you, Rifkin. Happy birthday!
Yeah, you're taking a real bullet there for me, Zombie Grub. Thank you so much.
I am taking a bullet for you. Oh God. Ugh. Oh, I don't know why I had a second bottle of regular soju. I remember buying this one originally because we couldn't find flavored because we were dumb and blind. Rapid casting. Yeah, it was silly. But I don't remember why we got the second one. I must have accidentally thought it was peach or something. Oh man, brutal. Ready?
Yes, ma'am. Ascension to Ire. As both players are ready. Loading into game number 1. Yeah, so this actually ends up adding an extra cast or game on the cast, which is kind of nice. Normally it would have just been 2 semifinals and the grand finals, but this times out well because the other half of the bracket is still playing too. So the winner of this will go on to fight against Alive. The other series of Showtime versus Leenock, winner will fight against Bly. Shout out to Bly. Good to see him doing well in the bracket today. Top 4 get prize money too. For those who don't know, the Corsair Cup does pay $100 each week, and then on top of that, we have that monthly final prize. But another donation coming in. I'll check that in just a moment. Let's do the intros first. In the lower right, he's going to be the European home team player, Geralt.
Holy shit. And in the top left,
Oh,
the yellow Terran, it is KeeN.
I see why we're holy shitting. I wish I had a sword that cool to slice my cake with, because I'm not going to have hands for it. I guess after this best of 3, we'll get the cake going on stream. Thank you so much, Brandon the Porpoise. Comes in with 10,000 bits and a flaming sword of justice.
Very nice. Yeah, bits and money. What a life. What a streamer life. So that's like, what's 15?
Mariah.
Okay, I don't even want to say that actually. Oh my god, another
Shoot
donation.
Yeah,
That's
and
all I'm
then
saying.
I guess one got sent my way instead of our way. Apparently, I'm reading chat right now. I'll look into that in a moment.
Wait, no, you did do the right one because I am so buff donated to BaseTradeTV.
Is this real? Did I just get like the best birthday gift ever? 7th, are you in chat? Fuck you. You should have said hi. Hello. But also, yeah, Magic's DK donated $20. Says, let the drunk streams begin. Happy birthday, Rifkin. Thank you so much. And then I am so buff 69. Sucky, you won $15. Shout out to Graham Spanky Rogers. Happy B-Day, dog. Graham Spanky Rogers?
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say it.
You know what? I kind of like that nickname. It's got a nice ring to it, even though it sounds really, really silly.
No, that's not a nice nickname. Why would you-
Oh,
why
I'm
would you
fully
take
aware.
that?
Make no mistake. I'm just saying it sounds nice.
Oh god. All right, I don't know how many shots that's gonna be. Let's add that up later. A birthday cake to eat.
Well, the donations also affect the Bit Boss too. So Magic's DK is now the Bit Boss. Don't forget to ! Boss Glory in chat, and let me know if you want to see the arena or the zombie apocalypse or just nothing at all. Either way, thank you so much, guys. A birthday love coming in all at once like a shotgun to the face.
Shotgun of confetti. That's the way it goes.
Oh yes, PG-13, right?
Yeah.
He's not dead. He's sleeping.
StarCraft PG version. There's just like
Oh my
confetti
god.
popping out of the Terrans.
No, I would love. Can you imagine making a mod? Oh, first off, I can't believe this is going to really get scouted. KeeN getting denied immediately by Geralt. If that probe, the SCV's already half dead. That probe should absolutely be able to kill this worker and keep the starport from finishing.
Yeah. Now the good news is this wasn't off of one base, so canceling it and just building it in the main is not as terrible as it could have been. The loss of minerals and gas is recoverable, and the timing is also perfectly fine.
But dude, I'm thinking, how fun would that mod be It'd be so dumb. First of all, you make units everybody like twice the size, so it's easier to see what's going on. But like, yeah, you replace all the animations with like some sort of confetti or like party ball or soccer ball or something. Like, you know, the adept shoots a soccer ball instead of a laser beam of death. And when units die, they don't die; they just fall asleep and then disappear. little Z's come out at the top of their head too, like
Z's, like a pillow underneath them, just like
PG StarCraft, man.
Happy time.
There's like a reduced violence option, but all that does is like make things bleed less, and that's about it.
It's definitely what Korea uses.
Although I still think one of the most gruesome deaths in the game is watching a marauder or marine die to a zealot, and do they just get like, they stop moving just to get sliced in half? Yeah. Like Genji comes at him with their ult.
Like who was when did they think of that? Like, guys, how did the marauder die? What did they get like sliced in half, man? No, like in 6, and they're like, oh, that's so awesome, dude. Someone actually had to think about that.
Yeah, they consciously had to put effort towards it.
Yeah, but it does look quite shocking. There's always such like a funny, like, I don't know the word for it, but just disparity between what is very real looking, very realistic and gritty and dark, and then what is very cartoony and kind of silly about Star.
All right, well, one single widow mine looking to blow up a whole probe line.
It's gotta. KeeN's just, I mean, besides the canceled starport.
Oh, that was pretty good. 7's a big hit, but unfortunately, while 7 probes may have died, a lot more SCVs are still maybe in trouble. At least the night off mining. The adepts are gonna be a lot harder to clean up than the Oracle will be.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of was a snowball effect, one that Geralt was absolutely looking for. It's good that he got it. KeeN manages to handle that with grace and tact, and just does damage to the Widow Mine, which isn't being cleaned up still because the Oracle has to come back. It's gonna get a second shot.
He was retarget firing on it too to make sure he got the maximum amount of kills. That was pretty sick to see. So that takes up to about 10 workers. Both players trading out for not objectively a lot, but it's still that early game damage. So it always really hurts losing a couple of workers while you're trying to ramp up everything else.
So, all right, that's cleaned up. Third base is put down, and Geralt still has a 7-worker lead, which is reasonable. Triple pro production soon enough. But my mom just tweeted at me that my dad finished a triathlon with his new hips. My dad used to be like really big runner, and then his hips started bothering him.
Oh, so
I kind of want to tweet back. Yeah, he hasn't like run in a long time, but I kind of want to tweet back like, my dad, like 60-year-old dad, finished a triathlon. Here I am, just drinking in Korea on stream, embarrassing myself for thousands of people.
you get like a bunch of empty soju bottles, put them around yourself, lay down on the desk, then get a picture.
Are you proud of me?
You're like, that's great, Mom. Good night.
Hey, she tweeted at you too, man. She called you simple.
Oh wow, your mom's kind of mean.
You said you were simple, so she's just fun.
Oh, see, I thought simple in a different sense of the word. Like, you ever watch? Did you ever watch Tropic Thunder? I'm thinking like Simple Jack.
Yes, I have watched a little bit of that.
It's a great movie, I know. Sometimes it's really hard to watch all at once because it is so good.
Yeah, sure. Thank you to Mayor. Oh boy, Maurice Femoral.
We both took a shot at it. Let's hope one of us is right. Thank you for the new sub. Welcome to the Base Trade Brigade. But okay, we got these Widow Mines unfortunately already revealed, so there won't be any element here where they don't get picked up. Like, these Phoenix should be able to grab them every single time. My worry, though, is not the 2 Widow Mines, though. There's a pretty big rally coming. A lot of Marines. That Adept army is so scary, though. Like, he needs these Widow Mine shots. Make no mistake.
Geralt, I think, made a bit of a mistake, though. Well, we're going to talk about that later. The Widow Mines did not burrow and get picked up, and they definitely would have been very helpful.
Nah. He's starting to bleed out, too. This looked really good at first, like the Terran army getting annihilated, but this was still a pretty good trade for KeeN, all things considered, as long as the medevacs actually survive.
The unfortunate thing is that KeeN is on 2 bases, so maybe that army trade just directly didn't look so bad. The overall scheme of things is pretty bad. You
know, Concussive Shells is only just now finishing. That would have been an extra 3 or 4 depth kills for sure.
Yeah, that did not end up so well, because I was gonna note before the push happened that Geralt might have made a mistake because he didn't have enough gateways to reinforce. Only on 5 is not like super great with 3 base saturation. But it ended up working out fine, and he's spending the rest of his money, in fact, on more upgrades and more production facilities, like Temple Archives for Robo Bay. Facility, rather.
Oh, $5 coming in from Duke. Dink up, Zombie Grub. Whoa. Lewd. You're missing a letter there, buddy.
Yeah, it's like, who's drunk here, man?
What's that? Skimming a rinky dinky dink, skimming a rinky doo.
I know exactly what tune you're singing. I have no idea where it's from.
There's a show with elephants. That's all I remember.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Alright, these Widow Mines will certainly help guard against anything that comes from the backside. Liberators are also going to stop Adepts from getting in. Transferring might be the worst thing you could have done right there.
That was problems. Ideally, you transfer in on top of the army while Phoenixes drag the Widow Mines over the Liberators.
Yeah, there's a really big timing problem there, right? Like, those Phoenixes came in too soon, the Adepts came in too late, however you want to look at it, but if they had synchronized, maybe this would look different, because now, like, even with a smaller army supply, Geralt's doing okay, but he's exhausted his resources, his army's gone, GG's get called, and KeeN will take map number 1. So I think you owe 2 drinks. By the way, I do have to do... Oh, I realize I've done the birthday goal wrong. We already have to do the birthday cake. This at the top should say Jaeger Bomb. 1 sec.
Well, the birthday cake was 100 bits. 100 pounds.
Yeah, we already did the birthday cake, but I wrote birthday cake when I should have written Jaeger Bomb. So I'm going to go fix that while we get the next map
okay.
up. As far as doing the actual birthday cake, which, again, we're good. Once we're done with this best of 3, we'll take a 5-minute break for me to... You're going to have probably solo cast one of the games in the semifinals, so I'll probably have to wash my face off after eating the cake, because I'm not going to be delicate.
So you're telling me that you're going to be eating a cake in the finals, and I'm going to be like 7 shots in?
Nice!
What a life.
All right, we were at 45, I think.
Oh my god, I hate regular soldiers.
I just really want you to have like a million empty bottles around you and take a picture for your mom. That's all. That's my personal goal for whatever birthday stuff. But yo, I'm gonna make a balloon animal here while we're in the lobby real quick.
If I had a melon bar, I'd be mixing this shit.
One sec. You guys might not notice I know how to make balloon animals. This one's gonna be sick.
I saw you try and blow up a balloon. I'm hesitant to believe this.
That was comedy. Again, I'm almost. Let's get tight the side off and.
Oh god.
Okay, this is my puffer fish.
Shut the fuck up. I know.
I actually do know how to make balloon animals. It's just I don't have any of the long slinky balloons. I went to the dollar store last night at like 11 p.m. and picked up whatever I could find. Whatever I could first see available. And it was not slinky balloons, unfortunately. Slinky marinky dinky dink. Slinky marinky doo.
Now I'm getting the Slinky songs in my head, right? Like, isn't it like it might be the same tune where it's like it goes up and down, around stairs. It's just like something like that, right?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
The only reason I know it, guess the only reason I know it.
What's the only reason? Why is the only reason you know it?
Ross tries to sing it to Rachel when he buys her a Slinky.
Good old friends.
It's where I know 90% of my, pop references from the 90s and 2000s.
Alright, well this is not going to look good on stream, but there we go. We'll just put that there for now because I don't have somewhere else. It's better to put it. Game number 2 kicks off. We're in the top right with the green home field defender. One of the Europeans trying to hold the ground versus the Koreans. It's going to be the green Protoss Geralt. Geralt?
Who knows? In the bottom left, as the yellow Terran, it is KeeN.
Been a little bit annoying here with the probe, of course, but yo, we on that stream delay, so really sad to see that 7th has come to wish you a happy birthday and not me.
And offer me a birthday kiss.
What? I didn't see that part. Now I'm definitely jealous. Feels bad, man. If only I was born a girl.
She's making you jealous to make the you know the reversal when she comes back and she's like, just kidding, Rifkin. I know it's your birthday. I love you. That makes it feel all the better.
Right? No, but thank you, Seventh, for the. I don't know if you were here when we caught it earlier. Thank you for the donation. I didn't expect that, actually. That was really awesome. Most for those who don't know, actually, to be clear about this, most other streamers out there are, I don't know, I don't want to say this in like a negative way, but a lot of people are too stingy to do donations. Even my best friends like won't trade subs or anything like that too. So that means a lot, Seven. Thank you very much. But then you ruined all the goodwill by being really mean and making me jealous. Feels awful, man. Thank you, by the way, to Mark BT, Mark BT for the 17-month resub. Hope I'm saying that right.
Yes.
They've made Twitch alerts like so unnecessarily difficult to see and navigate, and I just. Or Streamlabs, excuse me, but it was so nice before. It was so simple.
Yeah. It's a simpler time.
Alright, well, Reaper hops up here, and, well, there's not a lot for it to really do other than die. Kind of feels bad.
Right, so I guess we've just been shouting everything out first 3 minutes, but it is a proximation game, so 2 base is 2 base. No attempts at a proxy this time from KeeN either, just a wood of mine drop, good old-fashioned one being built in his main. And Geralt going for the Stargates yet again. I thought he had a decent position, but you know, it might have just been the combination of 3 things, really. I'm gonna try and lift him off here, but last game he didn't have the gateway production. The pure gateway production just overwhelmed with that Phoenix. So that was like maybe one problem. The second problem was that he used instead that money to go into tech, which didn't help out when needed. So that was the second problem. The third problem was just how he took that fight. You know, I already talked about that too.
Yeah, the timing of that was so barely off. I really feel like if those had synced up, that would have looked a lot better for a Protoss rather than utter annihilation.
Like if you combine everything together and he fixes that, and I think these are things that are fixable within a game, because he probably does usually execute that better, then I think he absolutely put himself in a great position and was going to win that game. But definitely didn't have the follow through towards the end. That's all dependent, of course, on KeeN going for something similar. KeeN's actually usually a very defensive guy. Seeing him be aggressive on 2 bases is a bit of a shock.
Yeah, we get the add-ons that'll be perfect for swapping here for the barracks. I wonder if he'll actually hold up with the starport one or if he'll swap that immediately. It's also like, I made a joke about fake news in chat, but this is like actually fake news. It's like a super fake Widowmine drop. And he's just hoping Geralt overreacts by pulling all the probes. Or scouting? Oh, what the I wanted him to commit to that. That would have been so sick.
What if KeeN
Look at that! Oh, it kind of worked!
Out,
the Oracle went back home to do what is possibly Revelations, now realizing, wait a minute, there's nothing here. He's just going to see the medevac in the middle. Ooh.
KeeN's awake at 3 or 4 in the morning, and he's just like, oh shit, I have a Widowmine in there. Pull it back. Nah, I don't know what that was. But it did kind of work, you know, the Oracle did not bother KeeN at all, even though KeeN was prepared.
Like, look at where the Oracle came. It full stopped here. It never actually got to the base. It didn't see the Widowmine in the mineral line. Like, that was fully and entirely like a reaction to seeing a yellow blip in his base for a second. He's still with the Adepts on the edge. Like, he's actually looking for the follow-up, but really there's not anything coming. So now he can finally go with the Oracle, but so much time wasted that KeeN's now got proper setup to defend against this. A lot of Marines. He's got the Widowmines in the mineral lines, too. I mean, it's a little annoying having your 3rd CC stalled out, but this is going to be easy breezy to deal with.
Well, mind games, empty medevacs aside here, KeeN did choose to go for 3rd CC. So I just mentioned that I feel like usually him versus Protoss is more about 3 CC defensive than it is about being hyper aggressive. But that's what he chooses this time. And as such, I think it will be a lot of time for Geralt to get to not just Resident Glaze, of course, on +1, which is exactly what he's going to, but also to recognize what is happening as his revelations have been going down, and to transfer over into something a little bit beefier, a little bit better. I mean, I don't know if you really want to try and all-in with Resident Glaze Phoenix against a well-set-up turtling Terran on Proxima Station. So usually we do see that transfer to double robo.
Is it 100% depot? Blizzard still doesn't know what 100% means. This is why they don't give their game 110%. They haven't even figured out 100% yet. Also, you know what's gonna be really heartbreaking? If it turns out this guy, like the green protast here, his name is pronounced Geralt, but he says GIFs. Or vice versa even, right? Like, he's like, my name, I'm gonna insist on being called Geralt here. It comes from a GIF of The Witcher.
I mean, maybe he's a big fan of giraffes too.
Giraffes and Gello are my favorite two things in the world. Says Geralt.
Giraffes and graffiti. My favorite thing.
Graffiti sounds like they would actually be like a place, like an island somewhere. The Graffiti Islands.
Well, it sounds like a bit of Jafar plus like Tahiti, I guess. Jafar and Tahiti. Okay, anyway, so KeeN, he does have a very large force. He sees a pretty large force of adepts too. He could probably take that on though, 20 supply up. But he is also getting a 3rd CC and getting some liberators. So the point is, I think he just doesn't have to do this. Geralt's trying to get to Templar Archives now.
It's so disgustingly pure depth. And I don't mean this in any sort of balance wine. Like, it actually looks gross to see this many units because, unfortunately, they don't... Phoenix Adept fell off the map in a big way. And we're about to witness a big part of why. Those Adepts now across the map, they might be able to shut down the 3rd. But if KeeN realizes that that army's out of position, and he goes up here, he's just going to break the rocks. He's going to walk in, and there's nothing at home to defend. And I favor this Terran army a little bit more in an actual trade. It comes down to the trading of bases.
Yeah, I do too. One of the big reasons why Resident Englave, Adepts, Phoenix feels like it fell off is just that Terran just got smarter against it.
Well, a big part of it
so
too was like you did less dropping, so you would bleed out units a little bit at a time less.
Yeah.
Anyways, the attack here is going to go well initially for Geralt, but now we're going to see KeeN start getting on top of... Well, he's actually missing up here. He's not microing at all, so he's stuck on the ramp. He's missing out on a ton of potential damage. This is a huge mistake.
It is, but it's still probably not that game-breaking. You know, that army trade really wasn't the best that it could be for Geralt, who actually could have initiated a real base trade had he gone into the main. That wasn't going to happen. Not with the army, not with the supply depot still raised. 12 SCVs is not exactly what he wanted, and the army supply is still very dominant for KeeN.
Ooh, that second one on my shot was the stuff Terran Dreams are made out of. That was awesome. Hit all the adept shields, took out the mothership core by splash. Whoa, single targetly killing a Phoenix. That was great. Now he's going to be able to pressure this ramp hard, but coming from the backside, Geralt's doing that thing again where he's like attacking with one side a little too soon because the back comes in too late.
Oh man, that was disaster. That's so bad. The Woodmine's going to come off a cooldown too. Okay, they're going to get the Stalkers. Yeah, still not bad, but they could have gone the heart of the Adept army.
You know, one of the downsides, those KeeN has taken a long time to recover from his damage he felt earlier. So Geralt's taking some pretty nasty damage, but I mean, the reality is he's still on 4 bases with 75 probes, so he's hardly sweating it just yet.
I should be sweating a little bit. KeeN's army is straight up better right now. Until he gets Storm, and even then, he'd have to have good Storms. He certainly has a lot of gas, so I would hope that is the case. But KeeN has not only like a bigger army supply by 60, 70 almost, he also has those upgrades 1-1. With the late is 2-2 a little bit, but his army supply is just, it's pure and it's good. It's got Liberators now.
It's pure. Oh god.
Pure. It's pure of heart.
The army is pure.
Yeah.
Well, KeeN's Liberators, I think it would be a real trouble to tackle here. If those can zone out the Templar while his army moves in, that's going to be really awesome. Storm, not quite done. Pylons.
These pylons were really far up there. Oh no! Oh god!
Yeah, he's got to be careful about that.
Survive a hit now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that change to the damage. You need that upgrade before they actually one-shot Templar. But even then, it keeps them back. So the army now, with no contest, comes in. He catches Geralt's army segmented off like this. The Nexus. Oh.
Oh, man, I'm attacking. Oh.
Everyone in chat, press F to pay respects for Geralt or J. One of the two. Geralt. Yeah, he's got those storms, but no matter how many of those hit, which they don't, 6 splits out of KeeN, they all get focused down. That's the end of the army. A handful of units remains, and it does look like KeeN's going to be going through to the semifinals. GG, well played.
GG.
Geralt winning with some grace and dignity, I'll give him that much. Or losing, excuse me, with grace and dignity. But alright, I've got to go grab that birthday cake and make a mess and maybe find a towel. So we're gonna go to commercial break. You gotta grab some more soju too, I think, right? How long is that gonna take?
10 minutes, maybe?
All right, let's schedule a 10-minute break before the semifinals then. That'll give me time to go make sure I don't get shit all over my keyboard. My nice Corsair Gear here, right? Speaking of the Corsair Cup, look at all this awesome Corsair equipment. That Corsair rapid fire keyboard. That Corsair glaive mouse with its easy to adjust DPI settings. If you guys would like to get any of this Corsair gear, of course they're the main sponsors of today's tournament. Click on the affiliate links down below. Consider buying some. Oh, camera's tilting. All right, I'm gonna go get my cake shit, and you go get some soju, and we will be back in about 10 minutes, guys.
Break.
Break.